Jeff comes back and I can do this properly. If someone has the power of Thor, you're welcome to give us a try. And so then, we were going to light our candles in tonight. We'd like to invite up the Nitzberg family before we get... Thank you. Oh, man. The man of steel, okay? The man of steel right here, Nick. Don't arm wrestle that guy, okay? Don't get into it. The Nitzberg family. Thank you, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Page, where do you want to start tonight? Do you want to do the top? Page 120 is where our candles are going to be. And whoever would like to light them, you're more than welcome to. Oh, the torch.
Thank you, Rabbi. This is my last Kiddush at age 26. Just to let you know. The Kiddush for the Shabbat evening, for Friday night. Vayechulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tziva'am vayechol Elohim b'yom hashvi'i milakto asher asa vayishbot b'yom hashvi'i Mikol melakto asher asa, vayivarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i, v'yikadesh oto, kivo Shabbat mikol melakto, asher bara Elohim laso. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Asher Kedishanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu Eshalach kodsho ve'avratzonim kilanu Zimaron le'ma'aseh bereishit Yom Tehillah le'mikraye kodesh Zecher le'tziyat Mitzrayim
Amen. L'chaim, to life.
Chaim.
Look at this family spirit you got. Like, that was a full family ensemble. I loved it. I love it. I love it. And all of the tunes. Okay, yeah, all right. We're gonna change it up. 6:36 is where we're headed now. One moment. Page 636. Yadid Nefesh. We're just doing the first two stanzas. It's just one of my favorites, just to change it up. It's a old traditional melody. Yadid Nefesh Shavarachaman Meshoch Avdecha El Ratzonecha Yarutz Avdecha Kmo Hayal Yishtachavel Mul Hadarecha Yerav Lo Yedidutecha Minofet Suf Vechotam Adornae Ziv Haolam Nafshi Cholat Avatecha Ana El Narfa Nala Beharot Lanoam Zivecha Az titchazek v'titrape v'hayta la simchat olam. Now you'd lie la lie. Yana nai 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 nai. Yana nai 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 nai. Yana nai 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 nai. Yana nai nai nai. Yana nai 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 nai. Yana nai 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 nai. Yana nai 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 nai. Yana nai nai nai. Yana nai 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 nai. Yana nai 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 nai. Yana nai 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 nai. Yana nai nai nai. Yana nai 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 nai. Yana nai 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 nai. Yana nai 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 nai. All right. We're going to welcome the Sabbath as we turn now to Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi. Hopefully Nick didn't make it too tight for me. Oh man, he did. Jesus Christ. He was probably the one to tighten it to begin with, is now what I'm realizing. That's why it's so tight. He's the only one who can undo it. He's the only one who has power to put it in there in the first place. Sorry, I'll just do that.
Page 138. Verses that we know. Oh, Shamor v'Zachor v'Ribor Echad, Kishmianu El Hamiyuchad Adonai Echad, U'Shemo Echad, V'Shemo Tiferet V'Litina Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nikabela. Shabbat,
knowing that in your brain. Because I wouldn't know how to do that. You know, Miss Barb, as she's known, asked me if I know how to play guitar, and I said I don't. But she does, and that's what makes us special. Is we all come with our own stuff, and we all bring our own spirit and ruach. It is page 144 for the Chatzikash. Yitkada ve'yitkadash me'irava ve'amantikach v'yotei yamish ma'utei ve'chayechom yomechom u'chayecho beit Yisrael v'yala u'yistan kavi v'ibru amen yesh me'rama me'chorach le'alamo le'alaya yitbarach yitbarach ve'yishtarach v'yibar v'yikrama v'yinaseh v'yidada v'yidaleh v'yidana shemei kedusha v'rechu le'elam mikol berchata v'shirata zuru shechata v'nechemata da'amiram le'alman v'imru amen. May rise for the Baruch Hu, page 146. As we face towards the ark, and if you didn't know, facing this ark, just opposite, outside, is an ark that is outside. So if you're outside, there is a Torah in the ark. Although you cannot open it, there still then, outside remains a beautiful ark with a Torah in it. Isn't that lovely? Our ancestors, they knew what they were doing. So when we're outside of the courtyard, we can have an ark. We can have a Torah. Yeah. Please be seated. La 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 la. Ya la la ya la la la. Ya la 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 la. I love how close you all are to us. I can see you. It's nice. No one is being blocked by anyone. We did that intentionally. That was Jeff's idea. He said, Rabbi, make sure you sit the chairs in between so that no one is blocked. That was a good call, Jeff. Thank you. Roll into dark.
Hey, if you're under the age of 10, could you come over here and help me with Roll into Dark, please? We have hand motions for Ma'ariv Aravim. Our young people will help us with the hand motions. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei al v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei, or roll into dark, roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Thank you, under 10-year-olds. I appreciate you.
You got it.
Ahavat Olam. Page 150. Ahavat Olam. Beit Yisrael. Amcha Avta. Torah u'mitzvot. Chukim u'mishpatim. Otanu limadeta. One more time. Ahavat. Ahavat Olam. Beit Yisrael. Amcha Avta. Torah u'mitzvot. Chukim u'mishpatim. Otanu limadeta. Day and night, show us the way, teaching us to number our days. When we rise and when we lie down, Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam. Beit Yisrael. Amcha Avta. Torah u'mitzvot. Chukim u'mishpatim. Otanu limadeta.
Page 152, our Shema, our prayer for oneness. We rise. Can you hear God? If you can't hear God, we're just asking a few times over. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shiftecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'aderech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beinenecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem geroshim lelechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim Lihiyot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. Adonai Elohechem emet. Mi chamocha, page 158.
So this is a new version of Mi Chamocha written in 1972 by Debbie Friedman. Mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha nedar b'kodesh. Let's sing it. Mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha nedar b'kodesh.
Mi chamocha, quite nicely. Hashki Venu, page 160.
Right?
You say all the right things. How do you do it? You say so little, yet say so much.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. One more time. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim.
Page 162, Vishamru. My under 10 division. Are you ready? You can either be in front or in back. Well, you can't be in back because no one will see you. You're not taller than, yeah. Well, you are, a little bit. Honor to be toes. Rudy, this one's for you, man.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beinu bein b'nei Yisrael,
And the people of Israel.
b'nei Yisrael,
And the people of Israel. The covenant that we have will exist forever.
Vishamru
B'nei Israel
et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim
And in 6 days,
Adonai,
God made,
Adonai,
He made one more time,
et ha-shamayim,
the heavens above,
et
the earth below our feet.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vishamru
לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
וביום השביעי,
And on the seventh day,
שבת וינפש.
God passed out at the workbench.
שבת וינפש.
One more time.
שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Very nice. You know, it's so funny. You guys are a clapping congregation, and I will say this. There are two types of congregations. There are clapping, and then there are no clapping. No clapping. We rise for the Amidah, page 164.
Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Satai Tiktaf. Na 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 Ufi Agi. Ufi Agi Tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Satai Tiftah. Ufi Agi. Ufi Agi Tehilatecha.
Satai Tiftah. Ufi Agi. Ufi Agi Tehilatecha. Satai Tiftah. Ufi Agi. A little faster.
Ufi Agi Tehilatecha.
Where we got to be? One more. Okay, now we have to pray for real. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotinu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim Vegonei HaKol Vezocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot Umevi Gula Livnei Bneihem Leman Shmo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham Tzrat Saram אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים, אתה רב להושיח, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, הוא מתיר אסורים, הוא מקיים אמונתו בשני עפר, מי כמוך בגבורות, הוא מדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every single day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. You may be seated. And join me, page 173. I don't know. I'll say this. I feel, I have to admit, I left my suit jacket at home. And with my like rolled up sleeves, I feel like I'm at a debate. Like I'm yeah.
I think you're
Well,
wrong,
there.
Rabbi.
It's like only the politicians roll up the sleeves, you know, and forget. I just, so everyone knows, I was not being casually intentionally. All right, I meant to bring the jacket. It just got left at home. Page 173. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Shalom Rav is page 178.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon lecho hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon lecho hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
180. Right? Right? Was I right? Okay, I was right. So I was right. Look at that.
Oseh Shalom
Bimroma V'ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you,
Miss,
Rabbi Aaron.
Miss, aka Miss
Sir.
Barb. Well, Shabbat Shalom. This is a very interesting design. I'm very interested by it because some congregations this is so for those who may have been in a Sephardic congregation, for instance. The way they organize the bima is a little bit different. Usually the bima, Marvin's shaking his head because he's probably seen one. The bima is where, Marvin? In the middle. So we're kind of aiming for that. As I say, no one needs to be looking at my backside, so we put you guys far enough here that we could feel like but it's different, and I think that's important. Tonight is quick, but it's a thought I've been thinking about. We have elements in the world, fundamental elements, and you would agree that these elements exist, right? Yes. And we know the old joke, right? Atoms, they're big liars because they make up everything. Okay, so we have these building blocks, these elements. And if we mine for them in the earth, if we look for them or extract them somehow, right? We have these elements, and if we take that element and we stick it with another element, then we get what? We get a whole. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know, but you get something new. You get something different. I was thinking about this today. I wanted to tell you I am not a physicist or a science person, but I do know that as a human being, right, that there are fundamental and foundational elements that compose our world. And that we as humans have the ability to take these elements, in a sense, play with them and use them and create them and build with them. And I think that's absolutely an amazing idea. And I was also thinking about this, that these elements, well, they're here. We don't invent the elements. Can we all agree? I didn't make any elements this year, did you? No elements. But in a sense, when we were born into this earth, we were born with these elements just existing. And that's the one piece of it. And then I thought about what are the foundational elements of us. And not our human characteristic, because I don't know that. I just know that we're 70% water. I'm talking about not necessarily even the spiritual, but the foundational elements that make us us. And here's where I'm going with this. There are foundational elements of feelings that we know exists in the world. Let me give you an example. Did anyone here create love? No. You shook your head. You did make love. Sorry. You're not right. We are continuously making love. But we, even though we are maybe in happy marriages, did not invent the concept of love. We simply enter into love, meaning if we just wanted to, understand and make sure that we didn't make up this thing, that it's not some crazy theory in our head that things love each other, that's not just us, you might look at nature. And then you'll see the foundational elements of love. You'll see that it exists. You'll see that you are simply also in line with the same element. So the same element, you're also using that element. If you wanted to think about something like kindness, we didn't make kindness, we didn't make that. If we wanted to see it not only in ourselves but in other people, you might just walk into a store, you might just see it. These days you have to look really hard, but it is there. It's there, and we didn't make it up, meaning all of compassion, kindness, love, all of the things, all of the characteristics that we try to embody, these then become the fundamental elements that create the world. Not the physical world, but the intangible world and the spiritual world. The world that makes us us. And one might say, well, Rabbi, it's, plutonium. It's a little hard to come by. Is that an element? Is it? I need your confirmation. Oh, it is enough. Right? You can't just get plutonium. You probably have to get it somewhere. And then the question remains, well, you have all these elements around, right? So if the idea here is that we didn't make love, that love exists, compassion exists, that these building blocks, because we didn't make them. We didn't make them, and yet they exist in every single form and fashion, in different quantities, exactly like elements. And they make us up. Without them, we are nothing. That's just it. But how do we achieve them? How do we get to them? Because plutonium, I am sure people will tell me, is not easy to come by. Okay. Oh, great. So, whatever it is, you're going to have to do some digging. You're going to have to do something. Meaning that if you want to ascertain these elements, they're out there. They exist. You just have to find them, like Pokemon, as I'm told, okay? Or whatever, or like buried treasure. It's a little bit like treasure. Because then the goal is our human assets of our brain, our intellect, our mind, and our heart then become machines in which to mine and search after these foundational elements. That we are here, I guess in some sense, to look for the elements and to put them together and to know that they exist. But as I mentioned, you have to dig for them. You have to find them. That they exist, but they don't just exist. They're not just like out there, right? The elements, unless you're able to synthesize and find and extract and think how many centuries we've come and passed through generations of knowing elements and not knowing elements and finding them and refinding them again in nature. And it's the same with all the things: love, compassion, friendship, spirituality, all of the different components of our human emotional makeup. And that is my Shabbat spiel. And that's it. So, homework, or a prayer to God, that we pray that we can use our intellects, our minds, our hearts, and whatever it is to find these elements that are out there and to cultivate them. We were given the job at the very beginning to name things. Do you remember that? Because by naming something, you give it authority. And by giving something authority, not just in the world, but in your brain, when you say that has a name, you recognize that as being part of the thing that you care and think about. It is our goal and is our task to go and to name these emotional elements, to name them. Like Adam did, right? To call them out and to give them names and to be associated with them. And so is our task. With everything that you have, and again, we're all going to find different elements. I think that's the most beautiful part, is we're all oriented differently, like machinery, to find different things. And our goal is to bring them all together and share what we have. Shabbat Shalom and Amen. Okay. Misha Berach, our prayer for healing. We're thinking of, I messed this up last week and someone corrected me. Maybe it was Marlene. We do say a prayer for Brenda Osteen and for Judy Phelan. Phelan. It was you, and you did correct. Phelan. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So no more. Off the list. Poo, poo, poo.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones
to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu bekor habracha labotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Page 586 is where the... Of course. Oh, I didn't know she was sick. I'm so sorry. We didn't take names for that. We totally forgot. Yes. Their names we'd like to add. Wait. We'll go in the back and then we'll move down. Yes, in the way back. Great. Time is relative, folks. Doesn't matter. We did it before. The names come after. Time, doesn't really matter. Hafuch, hafuch. 586.
Right?
We rise for the Elena. Aleinu l'shaber l'adon hakol, l'atei gdula yotzei b'reshit, shalom asanu k'goyei haratzot, ve'lo samanu k'mishpechot adama, shelo samchakinu kahem, ve'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, ve'anachnu gorim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר, ואדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו We stay standing as we turn now to page 598 for the Mourner's Kaddish. We recognize every week the 6 million who perished in the Holocaust, as well as Max Abram, Rudolph Abramczyk, Helen Bain, Gertrude Baker, Rebecca Berman, Jeff Dubman, Kitty Efros, Jerome Engelman, Moses Garfunkel, Sam Gerstein, Leon Gladwin, Jacob Gold, Fanny Grauer, Bernice Greenberg, Pincus Gruscott, Selma Hall, Sam Jaffe, Joseph Kaufman, Harry Kittner, Joseph Kuhn, Michael Lazarevic, Florence Levitt, Larry Malkinson, Joseph Minden, Julia Murrow, Steve Prince, Harold Shackney, Philip Schleisel, Dorothy Schleisel, Sandy Silverman, Doris Solomon, Michael Weinberger, Emmanuel Weinberger, and Joseph Weinthal. If there are names you'd like to add to this list, please feel free to do so as my eyes or hand, whatever comes first, meets yours. We'll go around the room. You know a Sataloff? Oh, that's right. Did I miss anyone? Okay. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shnei Rabbi, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamnech malchutei, v'chayei chon v'yomei chon, v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agala gizman kuri v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yiraman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudusha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlam min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam nivracha, may all of their memories be for us a blessing always. You may be seated. Sharon Tannenhouse is our board president, and she has some announcements for you all.
Thank you so much, Rabbi. So, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And thank you to Rabbi and to Barb and to Richie for the wonderful service. And thank you to David, who is trying to get it out to our friends at home. He and Jeff and Nick, I mean, it's really been a challenge. I can't wait until we're back in the sanctuary and it runs the way it's supposed to. We joke sometimes about how the nights we have Shabbatini, everything is better because we've had a little bit of booze. I love our services every week, but I'm here to say it's true. It's just a little bit better with a little bit of booze. We are going to have a new way to celebrate birthdays. Some of you have noticed the list has not been read in the last few weeks. We will have that. I hope you'll all be pleased. But in the meantime, there are some tonight I feel like acknowledging. For example, Stephen Nitzberg, your birthday is Sunday, and I know you treat like a little kid. Nori Gluck, I hope, is watching tonight, and she is having a birthday. Helen Badowski, who grew up in this congregation, is now a grown-up, is a professional, and is living and working in Ireland, and she is having a birthday. Sarah Singer. I had a little to drink. Sarah Singer is having a birthday, and so is Marvin Luderman in the next week. So everyone, as your birthdays come, happy, happy birthday. Tomorrow morning, we will have Torah study at 9:30, followed by the Shabbat morning service on Zoom. Sunday morning's coffee, kibbutz, and committees is postponed due to unforeseen circumstances. Tuesday from 5:30 to 7:30, I am so excited. You've seen this all over. You've seen it on trending. You've seen it around the place. Some of you had it on your seats tonight. We are having our Temple Bethel Sisterhood kick-off happy hour. It's free to all of the women of TBE. It's including babysitting with our preschool teachers for those who need it. We've been planning, and it's finally arriving, Sisterhood's first event of the coming new year. There will be wonderful choices and light bites and delicious cocktails by our incredible caterer, and a happy 2 hours of fun for all. As we've named it, this is just the kickoff. We're going through a very exciting transition, and we want every Temple Bethel woman to feel a part of it. Flyers with the QR code and the RSVP information are all over the place tonight. Also, they're in last night's trending. Again, it's all free, but we really would love a head count in advance on we women and on the kids. Wednesday at 6, Cantor Manny will be back from vacation, and so will his class on Zoom. Join us, please, for everything you always wanted to know about Judaism, but were afraid to ask. And at 6:30 on Wednesday evening, Brotherhood's having their monthly meeting. A quick look ahead, Sunday, September 10th, we are having reverse Tashlif. For those of you who don't know what that is, we will have 2 different sessions, one morning, one afternoon, 2 different locations. It's whichever works best for you, and it's basically come out, please. Help us clean up and repair the world in preparation for the new year. At 4 p.m., we will be having another New Year event, the first concert in our Songs in the Chapel music series. In partnership with the Broward Folk Club, singer Brian Smalley, we're really looking forward to. The concert we had last spring, the first that we ever had, was wonderful. It should be very, very exciting and a lot of fun for us. Please, please check your trending email for everything that I'm talking about, because it's all there. Plus, our High Holy Day schedule and the information for our Break the Fast. Hamotzi's going to be over here. The Oneg is going to be back in the rotunda. And the gift shop is going to be by request. So thank you all for listening, and Shabbat Shalom. Oh, I didn't mention that. I didn't care.
Also, really wanted to thank Brotherhood for taking care of tonight's Shabbatini for the first time.
So good.
It used to be a Barbara-tini, now tonight it was a Brotherhood Shabbatini. And sometimes the value we offer you at Temple Bethel is not something going on here at the temple, but an amazing member of ours wants you all to know that Golda is now playing at the the Cinema Paradiso downtown. We have gratis tickets for you available. Just come to the office. They're good for the next week or two. So Shabbat Shalom.
In the back of the book.
It's back here. Hold on.
So the entire world is but a narrow bridge,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
most important thing is not to be afraid.
Hold on.
Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav.
But it has
It's in
a
the
page.
back of the book.
I know.
No, we didn't.
We know we have
I
not.
thought about it though. Were you reading my mind?
Gosh. Okay, I think I'm close. 1 second. Oh, page 645. 645.
Kol haolam kulo gesher tzar meod, gesher tzar meod, gesher tzar meod. Kol haolam kulo gesher tzar meod, gesher tzar meod.
Children,
This is your cue, children.
we give thanks for. I go, Lord. Which one does he just?
We give thanks to God for bread. Thanks, God. Our voice
Shabbat Shalom. That's it. I'm sure there's leftover stuff. Thank you all for being here. Shabbat Shalom.